Right. So the hardest part about jiu-jitsu is learning to go with something, not try and make shit happen. That was the hardest thing for me to accept because I always wanted to do a move. You don't get to do a move. You can slightly suggest a move. I can kind of push you towards a move, and then you can say, I want to do that move with you. That's an option. The hardest part about jiu-jitsu is learning how to feel more than do. Okay? So if my partner was to push in a direction, I know what direction to go. That was the very first escape that I was showing. Now, if I have the option of doing something, the very first escape that I did, the backdoor escape or the ghost escape, or I'm sure there's a cooler name by now, the pterodactyl inversion or some shit, I'm going to physically go in the direction that you told me to go. So if you're pushing my chin in this direction, my hips want to go in this direction, it's easier for me to go there. Now, if I had the option of turning my chin towards you, I don't want to guard, I want a top position. If I was to go that way and go to my knees, we're both on our knees. That's 50-50. I don't like 50-50. I like cheating. So if Will was, you're not Will, come here, Nathan. Whatever, Will, freeze here. Hug, love me, pause. There's nothing stopping or impinging this motion. So that means I can definitely turn towards him. If I go that way, I go to my knees. If I go to my knees, it's 50-50 land. 50-50? Nope. Nope. I want to make sure that I'm cheating, okay? I want to put him at a deficit. So the idea is to reverse the situation, have a top and dominant position, as opposed to, I got out, and we'll see what happens next. So I'm going to teach that now. As a movement, my partner can hug me and freeze here. When they hug, if I can turn my chin, I always have the option of turning my hips towards them. So I'm going to circle my feet. When I circle my feet, I lock my body. It's one solid unit. When I pull, I'm going to push. There's no version of this move working without my shoulder pulled out from underneath me. Now from here, I place my head on the ground, walk to my knees, and I walk my feet towards my partner into kesekatame. If I do that without him now, 9 times out of 10 when I see this motion, it's people swinging their legs and then not connecting their upper body. I want this to pull out from underneath me and this to push over the top by swinging my body. When you do this motion, you're going in the direction that they've allowed you to go. You're taking away their post and you're adding weight instead of lifting weight, and you're getting the fuck out of their way. Then you end up in a dominant position known as kesekatame. From kesekatame, if he doesn't know the, oh, by the way, you're already in the head and arm choke from there, okay? If he doesn't know kesekatame, it's a brutal place to be when you understand weight distribution. I'm gonna go through it one more time. Come on over here. We'll do it on this angle. Freeze here. If my chin can turn, my hips can turn. I swing my legs, I pull this arm out from underneath me by cupping his elbow, and I push this arm over the top by reaching for the lat. When I swing, one solid motion. There's nothing in the way over here. Everything's in the way over there. I'm not gonna come up with my neck rounded and break my own neck. I will always look at the ground, put my head on the ground, come to my knees. Now, I walk away. As I walk away, I grab the inside of my thigh and I take all of my weight off of the ground. That's the noise I wanted to hear. Right away, take the arm across. And you can finish with a head and arm choke just to add insult to injury.